Then number 6, the lack of contemporary counter evidence. If Jesus had survived and woken up in the tomb and somehow escaped the tomb, opponents of early Christianity, the Roman authorities or Jewish authorities could have easily debunked the resurrection by producing him dead or alive. It was clear that the Roman and Jewish leaders wanted to be done with this whole Jesus movement. In fact, in Acts, the Jewish leaders haul Peter and John in and tell them to quit talking about Jesus. But it was very, very clear that they were in this awkward situation because they couldn't disprove that he had risen from the dead. All they needed to do was go open up the tomb and produce the body. Or if he survived, they could have just pointed to his condition. Look at this guy, he's barely alive. That would have just ended the whole movement, and you and I would have never heard about any of this. There are no historical sources that propose that he did not die. Historians like Tacitus or Josephus treat his death as a fact, not a near miss. Also, if he lived, we would assume that he wasn't really God, so he wouldn't have just floated up to heaven after 40 days. So where was he? What happened to him? When did he die? Why don't we know anything about any of that? Why didn't they rearrest him and try to kill him again? We don't have any answers to any of those questions. We just throw this concept of the swoon theory out there and just kind of say, there you go. So it's possible he could have lived.